Dreadlocks, embryos, courts, judges. There's so much going on in this world during Black History Month. It's more than that. You can't go anywhere. Stay right here. I'll be right back right here on Ed Montgomery Vintage Wisdom. Hello, I'm Ed Montgomery, the spiritual director of Abundant Life Cathedral, Abundant Life Center, the host of Vintage Wisdom, and of course, Sensational Sunday every Sunday morning, 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, right here on Ed Montgomery's YouTube channel and also on Facebook and other platforms that we are on. So make sure that you do something. Share this with a friend. Hit that like button because we, like algorithms like anybody else. And so not only like it, but also hit that subscribe button and let us know that you are there. Listen, we're at what they call the tail end of Black History Month, which I go along with Black History Month, but in my mind, Black History is something that we do every single day. And to be quite honest with you, it is something we need to do every single day, all day long. Those who have the opportunity, support your people who have the opportunity to talk about Black history and things of that sort. Black history is not only what happened back then. Listen, Black history is something that we are making every single day. There are things going on in our world right now. And it's not just Black history, it's not just Black politics, Black business. All of these things are converging and they're connecting with religion. I'm gonna say it again. It's always been there, but nobody ever wanted to talk about it. We always wanted to keep our religion over there on the side. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about some dreadlocks. I'm gonna talk about locks. I just got mine done. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about in vitro fertilization. I'm gonna talk a little bit about that. I'm gonna talk a little bit about some of the things that are going on in our courts. So let me get in and put my glasses on. Where's my glasses? So I can see some of the stuff I was. There we go. All right, look at this. Where did I left my, look, I had this look, I can't really see these, I can't see them anyway. But anyway, let's look at it this way. The news came across my phone today that the young man that was battling the courts concerning his dreadlocks, concerning the way he wears his hair, young Black man in school. I don't have to call them boys, but they're kids to me based on my age. And the school system says you need to cut your hair because it has to be a particular length. But it's the kind of hair that you would cut when you're dealing with white men or young white men. These are however you want to look at it. Well, anyway, it was a court case. And so dealing with this whole thing also that we call the Crown Act, which is a legal scenario, which you got to be very careful how you talk about people's hair. Well, what's wrong with you? Can't you wear a ponytail? Well, people with Black hair can't wear a ponytail that hangs down. This is what a lot of sometimes corporations say. The ponytails, if you wear natural hair, is going to puff up. Some people say, well, why can't you get your hair like this person? Her hair looks like Jane's hair over there. Well, that's straight hair. Straight hair takes chemicals. Chemicals mean perm. Perm, we're finding out more and more, could cause cancer. All of this is going on in our communities. So what you're saying is you're not going to hire me or let me into the boardroom or promote me because my hair does not look like Jane's hair. Now, they had to go to court to get that taken care of. But it doesn't matter whether you go to court. This is Black history going on right now. It's not just going to court. It's will people around you listen to the courts or listen to what's going on. Third thing that's come down through the pipeline of the court system. It's what we call in vitro fertilization. And what it is, there are couples out there that have trouble, have issues concerning having babies, concerning having children, concerning getting pregnant. And sometimes women may wait for a period of time and they want to freeze their eggs, or men freeze their sperm. A lot of different reasons people do it. Science has taken the ball on that. It's just a normal part of our society. Well, a while back, another court decision that where the Supreme Court says, well, let's just shuffle all this stuff down to the state courts, where they were dealing with abortion. And so you hear the country all up in arms about abortion. Everybody says, well, that's going to stop there. Well, it didn't stop there. A court now says, now listen to this, that an embryo frozen in a refrigerator may, in other words, when you put a sperm and an egg together in a test tube, an embryo is considered to be a child. Now, whether you believe it or not, this is what has come down from the courts. What are people so worried about here? It is about agendas. And the question is, what is going on in our country right now? And this took place in Alabama, especially the in vitro fertilization scenario. Took place in Alabama. And right now you have couples, who are taking these frozen embryos, these frozen sperm and eggs, and they are shipping them out of Alabama to another state so they don't get caught up, because they're saying, if you destroy, this is what the possibility is, if you destroy the embryos or don't use them somehow, you are killing a child. In other words, it could possibly come out as murder. And what are you going to do? Now so imagine you have a couple that may keep trying, and the first embryo didn't take. They try again. Second embryo didn't take. They try again. And it may go through a process. So the question could be, the first one that didn't take, did you kill a child? See, these are all the legal scenarios that are coming up. People are saying, oh, that's a bunch of hogwash, da, 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 da. But these are things that you got to keep your eye on, and you got to determine something in your heart, your mind, your soul, your political pockets, who in the world you're going to vote for. Where is our country going? And here is the spirit behind it. Yeah, I call it a spirit. Yes. It's attitude. It is something that someone believes, and they seem to be forcing the belief on us. Now, here's what this vintage wisdom is about. There are some people within this country who believe that America should be run by Christian values. Now, before you jump down my throat on that, there may be a lot of people who may feel that way. Or some listening to me right now, it doesn't sound like a big deal, does it? Well, what's wrong with Christian values? Define Christian. Everybody that I just asked that question, define Christian, question mark. I promise you, if you start answering me, what is a Christian to you? What is a Christian to you? Everybody will have different answers. I promise you. Just look at the comment list. Everybody will have different answers concerning what a Christian is. And there are some people who believe that if you don't believe it the way I believe it, then you are not a Christian. So therefore, we need to be on one accord to live in a Christian country. However, America is not a Christian country. There are people who live in this country who are Muslim. There are people who live in this country who are Buddhists. There are people who live in this country who are different denominations, different religions, totally different faiths. And we all live in this country called America. And we're beginning to find out that there is a concept that is emerging that is not just Christian, but is also a racial type of Christianity. That people are saying, if you're not this, then you're really not a Christian. And we're finding out it's coming out of something that they believe concerning the Bible. Now, here's where some black history comes in. Do you know, and I'm talking about, and I'm going to tell you a story about Noah, that Noah was after the ark, it's landed, and Noah had been drinking his wine. God let him have, according to the scriptures, God had let Noah have some wine, put some barrels of wine on the ark, because Noah would not have been able to survive the stench and the smell of Noah's ark without some wine. So Noah got wine. Noah had issues. Noah loved the Lord and was righteous and all that kind of stuff, but Noah liked to get his drink on. That's just the way it was. Anyway, he had planted some vineyards. Noah had been drinking. Noah was a little tipsy there, but so tipsy that he had been knocked out. And he didn't have no clothes on. So it tells the story about two of the sons that came in and didn't look at his nakedness. They walked backwards with a cloak and covered him up. They said the other son came in, he forgot to turn around or whatever, and just covered him up and like that. And Noah got mad. We don't know. All we know is what the scripture says. Noah got mad and Noah said, "Cursed shall your children be." And so there are people who believed, white Christians, who believed all the way from Europe, all the way across the Great Sea of America, all the way to separatists and Puritans in 1620, in 1630s. From the Mayflower to the Arabellum, who believed that white Christianity, they didn't call themselves white, well, later on they did, that they believed that the white person carried the responsibility for bringing Christianity into the new country, the new world. And that everyone had to follow these particular rules, although some of them, especially the Puritans, had claimed they left England for religious freedom. After a while, they used religion to begin to separate people. How? Because they claimed in one area that Noah cursed his son, and so the children of Noah's son, talking about Ham and all these people, were cursed by Noah or cursed by God, and that the curse manifested in black skin. And the curse said this: you shall be water bearers, you shall be servants to the white colored sons of Noah. You know that's a lie. I know that's a lie. We all know that whole scenario is a lie, but that's the theology that was preached from the time they came out of Europe all the way in America. It was deep in the flesh of American religious culture. And here's what we discovered. Right now, 2024, with all this information coming out, we're beginning to discover that there are remnants of people, Christian people, who still believe that people of, quote, other, unquote, that those people should be servants to who they believe are the original Americans. And of course, we know the original Americans are the indigenous people. And now it's coming out. Listen, I got to keep talking. I got to keep preaching. Got to keep teaching. Thought I was going to retire by now, but that's what vintage wisdom is. That's what we're starting. Got to keep going. Listen, take a moment right where you are right now and say, you know what? Maybe it's time for me to get my history on. Maybe it's time for you to get your understanding. Start reading some things about history. Get in there. Find out. And take a moment and high five with me and say, you know what? I'm going to help you to continue to get that message out and get your message out and to keep preaching and teaching and deal with some of this twisted Christianity we've got going on. Tell you what, there's a number on your screen, 713-742-2035. Listen, hit it for $8. Let's try $8 today. What's the day? Whatever the date is, let's make it $8. 2024 2424 5678. $8. Hit your text to give number if that's what you want to do. Of course, those of you who are already our supporters, you can go to myalc.org. That's myalc.org. myalc.org. Those of you going to text to give, hit it, click it, do it now, okay? Look, I gotta go. There's some stuff going on. I got to go pray. Jesus. Let me break in here for a second. I want to tell you a little secret. There is something I used to do. It was commodity trading. And they used to have something on the list called winter wheat. I never knew what it was, never paid any attention to it because in my northern background, all I saw in the winter was hard ground, snow. How could anything grow? Well, I learned different. I learned that winter wheat was something that was planted around the fall, around September, October. And when it was planted, they didn't just throw the seed out there on the ground. Of course, it would be too hard. But they drilled down into the earth and almost like planted them one by one. Now, when the snow came and the winter came, it would go dormant. But when the spring came, it would come up again. And they would harvest it around that time. Winter wheat. In other words, there are things in our lives that we plant in times when people think they won't grow. There's a number 9 that I believe symbolizes finality. It symbolizes harvest. It symbolizes the end of something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10, you start all over again. This is 2024. 2, 2, 4 equals 8. New beginnings. But watch this. You can plant during the new beginnings, but you can't eat the harvest until later. When you plant something, it takes time. Sometimes it's dormant. Sometimes there's a winter. Sometimes you feel like everything is shut down, just like the earth is shut down in the winter. But you know what? Spring is coming. A different kind of growth is about to take place. So what you thought was not going to happen is going to happen. It's a seed that you plant in the earth. The seed and the need. The need is in the seed and the seed is in the need. So whatever it is that you need and whatever needs you see around you, plant it. It might be $9.90. It might be, for those of you who have it, and people have it, it might be $90.90, or it might be $99.90, whatever. Put a 9 in that offering. It might just be $9. Whatever it is, take the time. Plant it now. You can call the number. You can text to give. People love it. 713-742-2035. That's 713-742-2035. Or you can go to myalc.org. I love myalc.org. It's safe. It's secure. And you can hit that donate button, smash it, crash it, hit it. Let it be known that you're there. and you will see how to do it. Look, there are a lot of needs around in this world. There's going to be a lot of issues coming up. It's going to look like everything is lying dormant. But remember, if you put your seed in the ground, it's already coming up while you're not thinking about it. In the wintertime, it's not the heat from the sun outside that will grow this seed. Guess what? It's going to be the warmth of the sun inside that will make this seed come to life. It's going to be a warmth, like warm oil inside of you. Give, you'll feel it, and it will make a difference not only in the lives of others, but also in your life. All right? We love you. Stay blessed. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit that subscribe button, smash it, crash it. Let us know you're there.